of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Las Vegas, home to the UNLV Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So UNLV's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity.
Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll try the left side. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick release on the RPO. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. They've got him in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of pretty much what he got on the previous play. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right.
He makes a grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. If you see that's your playmaker, that's your guy, get it to him, get the 1st down.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to try to return this one. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Ducks offense will go to work for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The Ducks line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. The short hands, it's Fuller. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
7, Oregon, 0.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run in the red zone. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll go to the counter. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels.
And man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held him so many times, and man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality. They pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vaughn. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Takes a handoff. It's Conway. Still on his feet at the 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. And you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. On the run, deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Got rid of it just in time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man downfield. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
With the catch, it's Coffee.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. That's caught. It's Coffee. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
40-0.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to...
Turning it on! He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half, when you got to have an execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the run, it's Conway. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas.
And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
To the ground, he's got it again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Scanning the field, it's Morris. Grabbed in the middle, it's Woodside. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Ducks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. A little release to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, but that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Vaughn. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that.
Unleashes one deep. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. All down at the 18-yard line, a solid return after that interception. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Rebels offense is back on the field. The give to the back. There he goes. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a gap. It's Conway. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Coffee. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Rebels want to move quickly.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
28, Oregon, 7.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Morris. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
They're working that left side. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They go to the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe run.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This offense can break off explosive plays, throwing it and running it and doing it in a variety of ways. And I like how they get their receivers involved. Nice job there on that jet sweep getting the first.
The sure hands, it's Coffee. Inside the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels have it with a first and goal.
Here we go.
They want to run this quarterback. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, UNLV. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To throw, it's Morris. Pocket breaking down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
He'll keep it himself. Finding open areas. Turning it on. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Woodside. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed.
Lost one deep down the right side. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Quick completion to the right. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
The Rebels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Rides the back on the option, the give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.